What's good, everyone? It's Zigzag here. Welcome back to another GeoGuessr video. Today we are back on the road to 1000 ELO on GeoGuessr Joules. We are currently rated 903. We had a massive upswing in the last video. It was very heartening. I actually do think 1000 ELO is possible here. So let's get straight into Joules and see if we are able to actually make our way up again. Okay, we have our first opponent here, GameFab. So they are also rated about 900 here, so this should be a fairly even matchup. And I was thinking this is Greece. I'm actually not so sure. It could be just Bulgaria. I think it's actually just Bulgaria, but I'm going to guess in southern Bulgaria just in case, near Plovdiv there. And so hopefully, well, we can take a look around once we've made our guess. I'm pretty sure this is indeed, yeah, this should be a Bulgarian crossing sign, I believe. So we're good here. And so it was in Sofia, and he goes in Serbia, so maybe not the strongest opponent. We're going to already take off 500 points there, so that's good. Next one here, obviously no looking around. I think we're just going to have to go in fast here. I think it's probably going to be just something like Lithuania. Hopefully it's not too far away. I think it is Baltic. We got the short antenna, so that gives me heart here. Taking a look around. Oh, we have Generation 4 here, and that is an interesting flag. I almost worried a sec that it was Canadian, but of course it can't be with the antenna. So let's see. I would not be surprised if we're correct here. It was actually Lithuania. He goes in Estonia, so once again, going to be doing 1000 points damage there. So definitely a nice start, but of course it all comes down to those multipliers. That's when things really get scary. Okay, so this one should just be an easy Colombia. I was thinking more southern here, but really when it comes to Colombia, I'm kind of bad. So I'm just going to hedge it near Cali and call it a day there. And looking around, it is fairly populated here, so probably is a bit further north. I mean, I couldn't obviously see this town over here, but yeah, this is not going to be a bad guess. Yeah, ends up being further north, but not too bad. He's going to take off a hefty 600 points or so, but yeah, okay, that's fine. We can definitely live with that. So let's just, the problem with this map also is that it always faces us north, so sometimes we're facing away from the road. This one should be Germany, and winter coverage, I'm thinking of Hamburg here. It actually may not be. It could be elsewhere, but yeah, okay, we've got blurs. This will be Hamburg. Let us see if GameFab knows about the winter coverage in Hamburg. I guess there could be some over here that's also winter coverage, but mainly you find it over in Hamburg, and it is a really nice way to gain some points on people who are unsuspecting. And then we go, Hamburg winter coverage comes through clutch, and we gain almost 1000 points once again. So definitely a nice start to this duel. I think I'm playing quite nicely at the moment. This is a healing round. I was thinking just going straight for Brazil somewhere. I'm actually not even sure if it's going to be there, but we don't have too many points to heal up here. And yeah, this definitely looks like it would probably be Brazil with these painted bottoms of the poles and this language, and ends up being in Sao Paulo. So he's going to get the maximum, but so am I. So that's really not a bad result there. Okay, so next one here, 1.5 times damage. Things start to get real now. Is that going to be a Taiwanese pole there? It is, okay, yeah, that's kind of what I expected. This plantation felt quite Taiwanese to me. I'm thinking southern, but it's just going to be somewhere on this flat part of the coast around here. Yunlin or south, I would imagine. But yeah, we'll see. He's taken quite a while to guess here, actually. It should be a pretty easy Taiwan, but yeah, ends up being quite southern, as I'd suspected. So, you know, it's not massive damage, but 1.5 times still makes it 500 points. But it's all about whether we get face to the road on some of these rounds coming up. This one should be Singapore. This looks like a very Singaporean crossing. Everything would check out for that. And it's not going to be too many points exchanged on the Singapore round unless he somehow chokes it. But yeah, taking a look at this is just, for any person who's in Master Division, this is going to be a particularly easy round, I think. The way that everything's written on the road and that, so yeah, obviously no points exchanged here. In fact, he gets 1 point or 2 points damage because of double damage, but 2.5 times now. Please face us towards the road. Ooh, that is Spanish. I think it's going to be Costa Rica, right? It looks like Trekker, so I think I should just go in fast here and hope it is indeed Costa Rica. I could see it being elsewhere, to be honest, but Costa Rica still seems most likely. I think after looking around, I would still guess there. So hopefully we are correct about that. I have no reason to assume we wouldn't be, but you do get similar tracker elsewhere in South America. Okay, ends up being in this town over there. I have to remember that. The one with the bins is over there, but we still do 40 points damage. San Jose was a pretty safe bet there. And this one will be Uganda. Thankfully, we can see the Google car here. It was facing on a north to south road. And so it gets a bit random because the multipliers get so high that, you know, if I just miss anything completely, then it's all down to luck, really. So let's hope we get a hard round where we know the country. That's really what we're after here, so we can just knock him out in one. Obviously, we're near Kaunas here, so this one's going to be somewhere in Lithuania. No one's really going to take too many points damage here. I think we should probably look for the second town here. If it is kind of bigger, it looks like it's to the north, so I'm just going to guess kind of this area here. Oh no, that was over to our... Okay, so that's actually over to our east, so we probably should have guessed around here. But yeah, I don't think it's going to... Well, like over here, but I don't think it's actually going to be a big deal here. We're certainly not getting eliminated or anything like that, so it should be fine here. And does he find it? He doesn't. Okay, so it was over this direction. Did I have my directions wrong? It could just be the way the road was set up, but fortunately, and with a bit of luck, we end up doing a bit of damage there. Okay, quadruple damage here. This is the type of round I like to see, honestly. Thinking that this is actually just like a Sweden, or I think that's a Swedish type of sound. Could be Norwegian, but I think I'll just go Stockholm here. Let's see the language. I think this is Swedish, right? Yeah, that looks Swedish. Yeah, it's definitely Swedish rather than Norwegian. And I think Stockholm's a good bet. A lot of these apartment buildings look quite like Stockholm to me, from what I understand, but I guess it could be like Malmo or something like that. It is Stockholm. Very nice quadruple damage. He gets a close guess, so he's definitely keeping himself in it quite nicely. But Stockholm was a good shout there. Happy with that. And this one looks to be Eastern Europe. Not exactly the best sign, but not a bad one either. And I would say Serbia. Yeah, I'm just going to say Serbia here. It kind of looks like Serbia or Hungary, so I'm just going to go in the north here. Do we see any hills or anything? I don't know, but this number plate was almost unblurred, so, I mean, language doesn't quite fit. We don't have any Cyrillic there, although it could fit. It could fit. I don't think I'm wrong necessarily. This architecture also seems to fit nicely enough. It is Serbia, nice. Just further south, Lithuania is not going to cut it. That's 10,000 points damage right there. And so I'd say that's a pretty nice result indeed. We move up to 918 points here. So let's go again. 1,000, guys. I'm telling you, like, we could probably get to a top 1,000 players in the world, NMPZ, which I'm not sure if that's ever been done. But here we are against another verified person here. And I'm thinking that this one should just be... Yellow rear plate. Is this this should just be somewhere in Ireland, I guess. We got white rear plates. We appear to be driving left, but we got like a yellow diamond warning sign there. I guess so. I guess so. It did not really give me Irish vibes here, I must say, but it pretty much has to be with this left-hand drive. And it was actually in Cork, so well played to Amira or Amaya. So yeah, a bad start, but not terrible. Like, anything's a good start where we don't get eliminated, I think. So next one here should be somewhere in... I want to say this is... I think this is actually Ecuador. I'm just going to send it quickly. We'll see about these taxis here. Yeah, they've got Ecuadorian plates. So no doubt Amira, I'm going to say, is going to get this. But fortunately, I was able to get it off those taxis. But you never know. The orange plates are kind of fairly niche clue. But yeah, there we go. Okay, so both of us getting it. Not bad at all. And... basically, we're just going to wait till the healing round, heal up, and then when the multipliers kick in, that's when things get scary. Ooh, can I get this? Can I get this? It's a huge blur. It's a huge blur. What would that... I think that might mean US Virgin Islands here. Oh, gosh. I'm not confident about this. It feels like it's... Or American Samoa. What would it feel more like? It's hilly. Oh, gosh. I really don't know, like, this side of the blur makes it really hard to say. Where's the sun? Sun appears to be maybe more so to the north. It feels like it's about midday, but that would put us in the southern hemisphere potentially. But yeah, American Samoa is... Okay, maybe I should switch. Maybe I should switch. That may actually fit better here. I don't know. But it seems like she doesn't know either, so... Yeah, I don't know. This is painful. I think I'm going to switch. Oh no, this is painful. I think I got to. Let's try it. And so, the car... We don't... Oh, it's just a side antenna. Okay, that's good. I think, actually, that may place us there. Unless it's just, I think it actually is American Samoa, unless it's, like, one of these ones over here. But I think the cars look a bit different there. We'll see. Oh, man, it was that one. It was just Northern Mariana Islands, but she couldn't even find it in time. So, that is very fortunate for us, honestly. If she got a little closer there, that would have been bad. So, even after looking around, I wasn't quite sure. I think I probably would have got it if I was... playing no move, but yeah. Okay, next one here should be somewhere in Eastern Europe. Thinking of just Slovenia here, I want to say. I think Slovenia is probably a good option. Looks more like that than Austria, but I could easily see it. Yeah, ends up being Slovenia. So no massive points exchanged here, but what's really important is that I take full advantage of the healing round here. And so we appear to be we can take our time on this one. We don't need to go fast. And so this one appears to be kind of a darker car. Yeah, that's Korean. I was about to say this doesn't really look like Korea, but something about the Google car plus the winter coverage would suggest Korea. And so where do we want to go here? I'm feeling more northern. I'm thinking Seoul area here. I don't know if that's accurate at all, but we'll see. Okay, ends up being over in Donghae, so that's a pretty good result, honestly. 1,000 points healing is good for us. Okay, so let's try and get a bit lucky here. That is not what I want to see, but we have a bollard, which is a North Macedonian one. This is the type of round where we can use our bollard knowledge to immediately take an advantage. And yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. This is not necessarily an easy round, and so yeah, I really do think this is one of the ones where we can take good points damage. It all depends on how good Amira is, because I don't actually know how high her rating is or anything like that. And so it was actually, of course, in North Macedonia. She also gets it, so she probably just needs the blood as well. Depends really how highly rated she is, but this could be a massive opportunity to gain rating here. Okay, next one. This should be somewhere in Chile, I thought. Yeah, and it feels fairly far south, to be honest. I'm just gonna go for it. I just, with these poles and this architecture, I think Chile just makes the most sense. And it was actually in Temuco. Wow, impressive. Okay, so I wonder how she got Temuco there, or if that's just dumb luck. But that feels bad. That does feel bad. .ie, so this should be Dublin, I imagine. But wow, that is really annoying. Okay, we need to pull something nice here. Amira has been definitely pulling the nice guesses for sure. This one will be Dublin, so no doubt no points will be exchanged here. Can only imagine. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, this is the one I know I'm gonna get big points if I win this. And so wow, a 5k even. Amazing. I'm very blown away by the level of competition here. I don't think there's any cheats involved. Couldn't say so, especially on a verified account. Anyway, this one probably is going to be like Hungary or Serbia. I think it's Serbia. You know, I'm just going to go northern Serbia here. We don't have an antenna. Oh, we do have an antenna. So it could be Belgrade area. It could even just be in the... This is actually kind of bad. This could actually be over in the Baltics. No, it's too hilly. So I guess it's probably just somewhere in like Slovakia or something. No, it's Baltics. Wow, it's super hilly Baltics. That's going to be us over, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, that's just a really tough round from the angle we had, at least. I think that was a tough round, but we only lose 7 points, see? So that was definitely a high rated player. And so, yeah, let's get into the next one here. Okay, we're against, once again, a 1,000 plus rated player. I don't think on this journey that I've yet beat a 1,000 plus rated player. So this is an opportunity. Sun's directly north, but I'm actually not sure what country it is, you know? I would lean, I guess, like Bolivia or Argentina here, but it could just be Botswana or South Africa. I think I'm just going to go for Argentina fast. Should I? Okay, he's given us time to think. This is not a pleasant situation to be in, I must say. I think this tree reminds me most of there. I think I'm just going to click Central Argentina here, kind of hedge my bets a lot, and it ends up being in Argentina. Great. That's a great guess considering we're basically playing what you could say is just hedge mode there. I mean, not hedge mode, but skewed world. We basically only saw that, so definitely a tough round. Yellow front plate here. What is this all about then? I'm actually not sure. Yellow short plate, white signpost there. What is this actually? This has to be something strange. The vibes gave me like North American, but I don't think we're anywhere up here. So I guess it's Colombia. I have to go Bogota here. I have to go Bogota. That is the only thing that really makes sense. And this is a Colombian poll. So maybe a lot of people probably watching who are even like maybe less experienced than me probably figured it out quite quickly. But for me, I don't know. I just had a bit of a mental blank there. Anyway, the result is not bad. We get beaten by a kind of a weird guess. He didn't even guess in the city. He just guessed in the mountains. But okay, this one should be somewhere in Romania, and I would probably lean this side of the country, but we'll see if that's at all correct. Definitely a freebie of a round for anyone at 1,000 plus. Of course, the problem is cheaters here and that kind of thing. We'll see how well 29 does without any signage, and actually ends up being this side of the country, unfortunately. But yeah, there is always the concern of cheaters, Googlers, and that kind of thing in the higher ranks, I guess. But okay, this is the type of round where surprisingly, we may actually be able to make something happen. I'm just going to go for Norway here. There's a lot of tunnels with pink coverage in the Norwegian mountains, so I'm really hoping, although he can get out of the tunnel here, so let's see if I'm right about it being Norway. I think with these longer dashes, yeah, it is going to be Norway. Or is it? Now I'm much less sure. Wow, it was actually Thank goodness that he didn't actually manage to get out of the tunnel in time. He goes Colombia, so I don't think he's cheating. That's also really good. So that gives me a lot of heart for this round. Don't have to really worry about, you know, him being dishonest or anything like that, I don't think. But anyway, I'm going to go southern Japan here. Just gave me those vibes. I could easily see this being much further north, but actually it is southern Japan. Okay, nice. That was a really nice plonk. And so we gain 1,000 points, both of us gaining a good amount. And so things are pretty even as we head into the next round, but unfortunately, on 1.5 times damage, we have no real way to see anything here. Sun's to the south with Northern Hemisphere. I'm just going to go... Is that a city over there? Or trees? I'm just going to go Kansas City area. Looking around... Oh, no, it's... No... Why, these trucks look so American to me. Now that I zoom in, I see they're not. But can you see what I'm saying? Like, this view looks quite North American to me, I think. Yeah, that's just terrible. It's just Romania. Oh my gosh, that's it? Oh, gosh. That's so annoying because, you know, like, as soon as you look around, it's so easy. But we've regressed to where we were at the start of the video, unfortunately. Let's go again. Obviously, that was a tough matchup, but here we go. A 900 rated player. This is the type of one I expect myself to win. And we're starting off with with Korean script. I've just kind of plonked in the middle. Could easily be Daegu and we get good points, or Daejeon. But yeah, ends up being Seoul. And so we lose a bit of points off the bat here. But yeah, really, that last round is just so annoying because if we're facing the road, obviously, easy guess. We're fine. It's kind of a bit down to luck if you see it like that. This is interesting. Generation 2. Is it Taiwan or is it just Hong Kong or what? Immediate guess here. I think I lean Hong Kong. But regardless, we're not in terrible shape if it ends up being Taiwan. It's not that far away, but I think I have to lean Hong Kong here. We'll see if this is bad. It could be bad. And it is just Taiwan. And what? Okay, good. Both of us going Hong Kong. I was like, that is surely not 5Kable. We both go Hong Kong. Not a bad result there. Here we have the black and white chevrons. Should be somewhere in like Serbia, Montenegro. These mountains look much more Montenegrin, so I'm just going to go there. Taking a look around, we do have the rifts, so we were correct. And we are going to be in the points here, which is really nice. This is not a particularly difficult round. He goes Albania. So again, I'm getting the feeling that Yeti is probably legitimate here, which is very good news. And so next one here, we should be somewhere in South America, maybe. I don't know, actually. Okay, should be Russian. I feel like this coverage feels quite Russian, doesn't it? I was even thinking of going all the way out east. This is so risky. But you do get this kind of like haziness out there. The pole is round, though, so maybe I should reel myself in and kind of guess much closer here. Or maybe it's even South America. I think I'm just going to go Bulgaria, maybe. I don't know. I'm just going to go for it. Let's see. Okay, that was probably a good decision. No, it is... Well, this is Turkey. Okay, that's not a bad result, actually. Oh, no, is it? No, it's actually Romania. Okay, that's a good result, honestly. Actually, a really good result. I'm surprised he didn't manage to see those signs, which had pretty obvious Romanian language on them. But yeah, unfortunately, fortunately, we come out with the good result there. So this one should be somewhere Baltic. I was just thinking Lithuania here. Go for quicksand. Is it actually? These are, well, yeah, these are Lithuanian bollards, so that's a good result. But yeah, like, things have been intense so far. I've not really been able to get away with too much, but okay, we both do decent healing there, and now it's all down to the geoguessr gods whether we are able to see actually the road or not, because if we can't, then things are just too hard. As for this one should be around Titicaca, I can only imagine. We got the white car, we got this is very Titicaca area coverage. I would probably lean Bolivian side here, and we get an extremely close guess. Look at that. It's just on the Bolivian side, and we do all the damage we need. So Yeti goes down, and I think I only have time. Ooh, look at that. A whole 17 points gained there. So we can still end the video on a positive, especially if we get one more win here. Then we've actually made good strides forward. And we're against Yeti again, and it is a similar area again, interestingly. This time we have the black car. I was thinking of northern Peru, honestly, though. Yeah, okay, it could actually... Yeah, I'm thinking northern Peru, honestly. I'm going here. It's so flat. It's quite dry. This one could still be down near Titicaca. Honestly, we might actually lose some points here. But when I look around, I think it does kind of feel a bit more southern. But we could see, yeah, it is a bit more southern. But a decent guess there. So not terrible, and Yeti goes down a little bit again. So another win against Yeti here would be absolutely legendary. That would be definitely making the whole video worth it. We'd still have to chase a 1000 rated win, but this one should be somewhere in Britain. These like stalks on the poles either side are very common in Britain and Ireland, and it ends up being in Sheffield, so a nice guess from us for sure. And we take him down to 5,290, so definitely not a bad result. Here, at least we can see a what would you say, like a European style sign or pole there, and it might be behind my webcam, but it's like an A-frame one, and so I'm thinking of just going like northern Romania here. He's put us into guess here, so I guess we can take a moment to think about it. A-frame pole, I think this does quite feel Romanian all in all, and I'm just going to go here in case it could be like a weird Hungary or, I don't know, weird Ukraine or something like that, and it ends up being actually a Czechia, which is not what I had at the front of my mind, as you can see, but I guess some of the architecture in the background looked quite Czech, but the rest of the road didn't feel very Czech to me, so. Okay, this is Australia. Is this even Adelaide? I could see this being Adelaide, to be honest. Oh no, it's actually Sydney. We've got a Sydney exclusive sign, so let's get straight in there. So this one here, this red no stopping sign, if you see that, it's going to be somewhere in New South Wales, and I'm actually not so sure this is Sydney anymore. It could actually be Newcastle or maybe even Byron or something, but it is Sydney, and that's a really good result. Honestly, I kind of wish it had been a later round there, because we could have done massive damage, but Sydney it was. Okay, and now 0.25 times healing. I'm feeling like this one should be somewhere in Serbs or something like that. It doesn't really matter because we are basically full health here, so we're just going to go all the way to max. And where would I actually put this? I think, well, Eastern Europe can be so difficult sometimes. I would put this somewhere near where I guessed, but yeah, okay, it's actually Montenegro. That makes sense. Montenegro without the rifts can be difficult, and a lot of time around the capital city you don't have any rifts, so he doesn't actually heal as much as he could have, and we get Australia, so there's no way we can lose on this round, but it's actually kind of difficult. I would say this should be somewhere up near Darwin, right? I'm actually not so sure. It's kind of a difficult view we've got here. I would say so, though, and it is. We have this very red number plate, so feeling good about that, I must say. It's definitely up in that area. Oh, this is a Darwin pole as well, so fantastic. And unfortunately for Yeti, he goes in New South Wales. A tough ask there to face me on Australia on the 1.5 times damage, and so yeah, that was really fortunate to get to Australia rounds. And I think I will have to end out the video there. Unfortunately, kind of running low on time today when I'm recording. But guys, thank you very much. Whoops. Thank you very much for watching all the way to the end of the video. We are on 933 now. It was a slow video potentially, but I feel like next time I'm going to come in hot. We're just going to go on a winning streak and get all the way to 1,000. But I didn't even know if this series would be possible. I know it's possible now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in a video very soon.